tres. No lo cachorros ahí.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad streams and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jessica. I want you guys to give her an extra round of applause. She sent home with a brave. I want to thank you all for your bravery to be here today. Next, we're going to hear from Mr. Carlton Black. He's a professional explainer and a veteran, a good friend of mine. And I want you to give him a big round of applause. Nice warm welcome. Yeah, I know there's not enough time for an entire lecture on that. So, here we go. The joy of living in a republic. We are a republic, correct? And the joy of living in a republic is we live in the middle of a tug of war. And didn't you notice the bickering, That's a good thing. In dictatorships, nobody argued. Well, not for very long. Because someone will come and shoot them. So you live in the middle of this tug of war, and we watch the influential on one side of the tug of war and the powerful on the other side of the tug of war trying to pull each other into the mud. Well, it includes a political tug of war, and a cultural tug of war, and a religious tug of war. When the ends of the tug of war want opposite things, we know that everything's okay. That's normal. When we really have to be worried is when the opposite ends of the tug of war are asking for the same thing. Does that make sense? It almost never goes well for us. We, the people, are the ones that end up in the mud. Like when both sides are asking for more government. Or both sides are asking for amnesty, for example, for lawbreakers. Or both sides are buying votes instead of earning them. Does that make sense? Follow me so far. Do you ever notice that both the religious kooks and the anti-religious kooks both claim the moral high ground of pacifism? You notice that? They say that they're better people than us because they are pacifists. Really. They make a point of it. So what is the virtue in pacifism? There is none. It's false. It's a lie. There is no virtue in pacifism. Tell me, if you're standing at your kitchen window and you look across the street and your neighbor's daughter is being violently raped on the front yard and you do nothing, how is that the right thing? Pacifism is cowardice. Avoiding making a mistake, avoiding the consequences of getting involved, avoiding the risks, avoiding reality. Pacifism is irresponsibility. We live in a republic. But the freedom coin, the opposite side of the freedom coin, is responsibility. You cannot have one without the other. And so a pacifist wants to live in a free country, wants to enjoy the benefits of freedom, but does not want to take the responsibility that goes along with it. Pacifism is selfish. I am so important. My life is so important to the betterment of all that it's too important to risk for that person's life. Is that the right thing? Does that sound virtuous to you? The bumper sticker is true. Real heroes don't wear capes. They wear dog tags. We've heard that. But I got news for you. It's true that all those who wear dog tags are heroes, but not all heroes wear dog tags. The one thing that all real heroes have in common is that they are all volunteers. They leave the safety of their home and they go out there and they do something worth doing. Okay, we traded Patriots Day. Did you notice that? We used to celebrate the 19th of April as the day when the colonists left their homes with their brown vests and went out there to face the greatest army in the world. And we traded that for September 11th, when the vast majority of people that died on September 11th were not volunteers. They were sitting at their desks. It's a tragedy. But where were the volunteers? The volunteers are the ones that ran into the buildings, and there was a few on Flight 93. Because what did they do? They fought back. Isn't that what a hero is? A hero is a volunteer. So you are a volunteer armed citizen. Is that not correct? You're brave. Despite the pitfalls of taking the stand and doing the right thing, you're doing it anyway. You're selfless. If you conceal carry, does anyone ever know that you're the good guy? Think about it. All the superheroes in the comic books, there's a reason Clark Kent is Clark Kent. He didn't tell anybody he was Superman, he just did Superman. It's the same thing when you conceal carry. You're responsible. You're willingly responsible. The act of volunteering is a responsible act. It's an act of responsibility. Concealed carry is an act of heroism, whether you know it or not. It's often said that the only thing that can stop a bad person with a gun is a good person with a gun. The volunteer armed citizen is not just a good person with a gun. They are in part a good person because they have a gun. Because they have prepared to step in when it's needed. When you defend yourself, you're defending the country. And when you defend the country, you're defending yourself. When you defend your neighbor's child, you're defending the country. When you defend the country, you're defending your neighbor's child. As a pacifist, you can live a soft and carefree life and congratulate yourself on what a good and superior person you are. If you're a selfish and irresponsible coward, you can have a soft and carefree life. But I would rather have a righteous death than a self-righteous life.